Yo, my intuition is banging right now. Good Lord, it just came out of nowhere. Like, of course, clairaudience is always on, like, pretty much always for the past, I don't know how long, but especially over the last 2 years, like, I notice it all the time. Like, it never goes off. Can you turn off clairs? But yeah, it's banging. Like, I literally just heard that shining noise. It's like a TV comes on in your head and all you hear is that high pitched sound. And I wonder if that's how they created the movie The Shining. Like, oh, everyone's connected through energy, or everyone's connected through The Shining, and everyone has different psychic abilities, whether it's telepathy or mind reading or moving things with your objects and things like that. That's where we get the movie Poltergeist from. But yeah, I gotta get dressed. I'm being forced outside to do some readings for today at the park. It's probably a good day. Friday's my favorite day. Just still in the bed, looking online and researching and thinking about all the epiphanies that I had last night that I have to write down or either put into video format. I get so lazy and just put it into video format instead of writing it down in a book. But I guess that's the age of Aquarius. The internet merges with the human intelligence, the human consciousness, and like all secret and several texts that we had in the past that people left behind. People think the diamonds and the minerals and the golds are what's valuable, and indeed they're invaluable. But think of the things that's lost or locked away in museums that are actually valuable. The things that they actually show us as well, like all these different sacred texts that they might have behind a glass in a museum like this somewhere. Maybe there's a picture or some type of comic or artist rendition of ancient civilizations and the things that they were used to do. And things like that, yeah, that are more priceless than these minerals and things that we walk around on. So yeah, something as simple as an ancient textbook or ancient comic book. But now that we live in the age of Aquarius and we have computers and things like that now, everyone's walking around with a literal cell phone in their hand. Like, you can actually, if you were creative enough, direct an entire movie on an iPhone or any simple cell phone for that matter, as long as it has a camera and some decent editing apps on it. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's the way it is now. I mean, we don't really have to write as much. I mean, there's a reason why we witness a lot of things happening in the courtroom and all these cases get closed out, or whether people get convicted, guilty, or innocent, or whatever the case may be. They have video cameras in the courtroom now. So we don't really have to write a lot of this stuff down. And then when civilizations, because, we watch sci-fi now. It's going to be different civilizations on different planets, different solar systems, different galaxies and stuff like that. But even before we get that far, and Earth will be gone one day, and there'll be new planets, just like a child is born and then he grows into an adult man, into an old man, he dies. Planets and energies go through the same thing. But we don't have to worry about that now. There's going to be many more moons and ages that come and go to experience different various forms of human intelligence. Not even human, just consciousness. Because who's to say robots don't have their own consciousness? We know that plants have their own consciousness. Everything has its own consciousness. When you really get down into the nitty gritty of things, it's just scientists and the alchemists of their day that split the atom and split things apart and made all these different algorithms and words and numbers and things to categorize things. But everything is pretty much connected. Even like I said, the air itself, which is something that we can't see, but we know it's there. You breathe it in at the end of the day. You would definitely notice if it was gone, if you weren't able to breathe in any air. And air is all types of metals, all types of alchemic properties are everywhere within us and around us. Carbon just seems to be one of the most basic forms of things that connect us all. One of the densest, I guess, matters that there is out there. But yeah, man. So it's going to be people. People don't even like to read now. People don't like to write now. You pull a person to the side and ask them to write a paragraph. They probably couldn't do it, the average person. But yeah, there's gonna be people watching these videos instead of reading books at some point in the future. They're just gonna be able to download the information into their brain. Didn't they say something about Neuralink like 5 or 6 years ago? That Elon Musk talking about chips they want to put inside people's head. I mean, didn't you watch Ghost in the Shell or Akira or any of the Japan anime? See, they're kind of ahead of us. You know, the Asian culture is kind of ahead of us, maybe a few 10 to 20 years. Like China's literally over the past year become the richest country in the world, low key. But no one knows that. America won't tell you that. I just recently found that out. But it makes sense with the population. How are you going to have a population of 350 million or whatever, pushing 400 million, and you're claiming to be the strongest, the most intelligent, and the most populous, whatever, on the planet? When you have Asians, they're literally stacked up on each other, and they're getting a higher perspective and higher view because there's no space, and they have to build upwards. So they're looking over everything, getting a better a bird's eye view and a better managerial position to look over what they've created and do things. So they've been able to expand. They've been able to, whatever you want to say, put their spies out there, or whatever the case may be. You know. Oh man, am I being influenced by different things? Not really. I mean, it's the culture and it's the things that people tend to put out there, and they do it on purpose, and they don't even realize that there's people out there that's able to see the truth in these things. Now it's fun to tag along with pop culture, but when real life is real life. Thank God I'm sane enough to still be able to discern the things and the different variables I see around me. Very philosophizing talk today, huh? Yeah, man. Guess I need to get out and do some tarot before this anointing wears off. Last night was a good night, though. Happy Thanksgiving. I gave a Greatsgiving poet speech or poetry and posted it on my Facebook page before I deactivated it. You know you can't stay on that web portal too long. But yeah, man, today is going to be a good day. Wash my face for the second time. Yep. But I will catch you at the park. I'm gonna get out and do some tarot readings for the day. Peace.